I tested faceless YouTube automation for 30 days. No hype, real results. Sounds like a clickbait factory accident. But it's not. This title means exactly what your skeptical brain hopes it means. No Lamborghinis, no fake dashboards. No mysterious AI team working while I sip coconut water. Just a real human, testing whether a channel with no face, no voice, and questionable life choices can survive on YouTube for 30 straight days. It's an experiment in laziness, efficiency psychology, and the strange things humans will watch at 2:00 a.m. The goal isn't to sell you a dream, it's to poke that dream with a stick and see if it moves. Now, let's count the strange truths one by one. Number 1. Invisible creator syndrome. You start faceless YouTube automation thinking, great, I won't be judged. No face, no awkward eye contact. No worrying if your haircut screams midlife crisis. But something weird happens instead. Your brain panics because humans like credit. Your ego wants applause even if it pretends not to. And suddenly, your channel is growing, but nobody knows it's you. It's like throwing a party where everyone compliments the decorations, the music, the vibe, and walks right past you holding the snacks. Psychologically, this messes with your reward system. Normally, effort equals recognition, but here, effort equals analytics graphs. Dopamine now comes from a blue line going slightly up. Instead of a human saying nice video, your brain doesn't know whether to celebrate or call a therapist. You'll find yourself refreshing YouTube Studio like it's a slot machine. Views go up by 37. Jackpot. Views go down by 12. Existential dread. The faceless part doesn't remove emotion, it just hides it in spreadsheets. Basically, your ego didn't disappear. It just put on a trench coat and started whispering, refresh again. Number 2. Automation isn't automatic. You hear the word automation and imagine robots doing push-ups while printing money. In reality, automation is more like training a very dumb intern who asks questions like, should the video have sound? You don't escape work. You just change the flavor of your suffering. At first, everything feels magical. Scripts appear, clips exist, thumbnails get slapped together, like a sandwich made at 3 a.m. But then YouTube's algorithm leans in and squints. Suddenly, your perfectly automated video gets 0 impressions. 0. Not low. Philosophically empty. That's when you realize automation still requires taste, judgment, context. A human brain deciding whether this background footage feels oddly soothing or hostage video energy. AI can generate content, but it can't tell if a video feels wrong. Only your nervous system can do that. Psychologically, this creates a strange illusion of control. You feel productive without feeling accomplished. You're busy, but not fulfilled. It's like rearranging furniture on a ship and calling it navigation. The work exists, it just doesn't respect your time. Automation doesn't remove effort. It redistributes it into invisible places. Places where motivation goes to quietly panic. Basically, you didn't remove yourself from the process. You just automated the disappointment curve. Number 3. The algorithm is not your friend. You treat the algorithm like a mysterious god. You whisper to it. You offer keywords. You sacrifice thumbnails. And in return, it gives you silence. Or worse, false hope. One video randomly spikes to 3,000 views, and your brain immediately starts planning retirement in Bali, but the algorithm isn't emotional. It doesn't care about your 30-day challenge. It doesn't respect consistency. It respects behavior. Viewer behavior. Cold, unromantic, brutally honest behavior. If people click and leave faster than a bad first date, the algorithm remembers forever. Like a grudge-holding elephant with a spreadsheet. This creates a psychological trap. You start trying to outsmart the system, posting at exact times, tweaking titles by removing one word, then adding it back, changing a thumbnail because one pixel felt off. You're not optimizing, you're coping. That what's really happening is up and conditioning. You post a video, you wait, you refresh analytics. Sometimes you get rewarded. Sometimes nothing happens. That randomness is addictive. It's the same mechanism behind slot machines. Except instead of coins you lose self-respect. The algorithm isn't against you. It's indifferent, which is somehow worse. Basically, you're not being ignored. You're being accurately measured, and your brain is not emotionally prepared for that. Number 4. Stock footage delusion. At some point, you convince yourself that stock footage is cinematic. Slow-motion city escapes a lonely person, staring out a window, clouds drifting, like they're late for something important. You tell yourself it feels deep, meaningful, profound, but here's the psychological twist. Your audience's brain has seen this exact footage everywhere. Ads, motivational videos, corporate training modules that put people into comas. Their subconscious clocks it instantly, not consciously, just a quiet internal voice saying, "I've been here before and I was bored." So you start overcompensating. Faster cuts, louder music, more dramatic text. The video becomes a visual smoothie made of inspiration, urgency, and mild confusion. And now, instead of feeling cinematic, it feels like a motivational speech delivered by a microwave. This exposes a misunderstood truth about attention. Humans don't crave beauty, they crave specificity. A shaky phone clip of something real will outperform a perfect drone shot of nothing. Your brain trusts floors more than polished floors. Feel human. Stock footage feels like it was approved by a committee that has never felt joy. Faceless. Automation tempts you to hide behind high quality, but high quality without personality is just expensive wallpaper. Basically, your footage isn't boring because it's bad. It's boring because it's emotionally anonymous. Number 5. The motivation crash. Round day 12, something inside you quietly collapses. Not dramatically, no breakdown, just a gentle disappointing meh. The initial excitement is gone. The novelty wore off. Posting faceless videos now feels like, for an audience that refuses to clap, brushing your teeth. This is where psychology shows up. With the folding chair, motivation, it turns out, isn't powered by goals. It's powered by feedback, and faceless automation offers the emotional warmth of a spreadsheet. You don't hear laughter. You don't feel connection. You see numbers that update whenever they feel like it. Your brain doesn't know whether it's winning or wasting time. So you start bargaining with yourself. I'll just post one more, then maybe tomorrow. Then suddenly, you're researching why most YouTubers quit at 30 days. Instead of uploading. Classic avoidance disguised as productivity. This crash happens because humans are narrative creatures. We need a story where effort leads to meaning. Faceless automation delays that story. It's like planting seeds and being told the harvest might arrive emotionally, eventually, if the algorithm feels generous. The funny part, this phase kills more channels than bad content ever could. Not failure, boredom. Basically, your motivation didn't die. It just got tired of being unpaid. Number 6. Voice over paranoia. Even if you don't use your own voice, you start thinking about voices. AI voices, calm voices, motivational voices that sound like they meditate inside a refrigerator. You play them back, and suddenly everything feels wrong. Too smooth, too human, not human enough. One voice sounds like it's judging you. Another sounds like it's about to sell vitamins. This triggers a strange, psychological effect called the uncanny valley. But for sound, your brain is extremely sensitive to vocal intent. It can smell fake sincerity from across the internet. So when an AI voice says you are capable of more, your nervous system replies, "Who sent you?" You begin obsessing over pacing, tone, pauses. You replay the same sentence 12 times, like you're interrogating it. Should it sound calm, urgent, like it knows something you don't? Congratulations! You are now directing an invisible actor who doesn't exist, and here's the irony. Most viewers don't consciously notice any of this. They just feel it. If the voice feels off, they leave. Not angrily, politely, like ghosts. Faceless automation removes your face, but it doesn't remove presence. Presence still has to come from somewhere. If not your body, then your timing, your rhythm, your choices basically. You didn't avoid performing. You just became a haunted audio director, arguing with a robot. Number 7. Data becomes your personality. By week 3, something alarming happens. You stop saying things like, "I think this video is good," and start saying things like, "The click-through rate suggests potential." Congratulations! You are now emotionally bonded to a dashboard. Views aren't numbers anymore. They're validation units. Watch time feels like a personal compliment. Retention graphs feel like judgmental snakes, slowly sliding downward, mocking your life choices. You don't watch your videos for enjoyment. You watch them to predict how strangers might abandon them. This is classic measurement-induced anxiety. When behavior is constantly quantified, the brain confuses performance with identity. If the graph goes up, you feel competent. If it goes down, you feel small, like you disappointed a robot parent who never loved you anyway. Faceless automation accelerates this, because there's no human feedback to balance it. No comments saying this helped. Just data whispering, "Do better." You start optimizing everything. Titles lose soul. Thumbnails lose humor. You chase retention like it owes you money. Ironically, this hyper-focus often makes content worse. Creativity hates being watched by a stopwatch. The moment you start making videos for metrics, viewers feel it and leave. Basically, your channel didn't grow a personality. You replaced yours with analytics. Number 8. Consistency lies to you. Everyone tells you consistency is king. Post daily. Post relentlessly. Never miss a day. So you obey like a well-trained algorithm pet. And for a while, it feels noble, disciplined, productive. You are a content machine. Then your brain notices something uncomfortable. You're posting consistently and nothing is happening. Same views, same silence, same lonely dashboard blinking back at you, like a hospital monitor that refuses to beep. Here's the misunderstood psychology. Consistency doesn't create growth. It only reveals what already works. If the content connects, consistency amplifies it. If it doesn't, consistency just repeats the failure faster, like jogging on a treadmill that's on fire. This is where faceless automation really messes with people, because it's easy to keep going. There's no camera to set up, no face to prepare, no social embarrassment. So instead of stopping to rethink, you double down. More videos, more uploads, more of the same idea, wearing slightly different thumbnails. Your brain confuses motion with progress. As long as something is being uploaded, it feels like you're doing the thing. But YouTube doesn't reward effort. It rewards resonance. And resonance requires adaptation, not obedience. Consistency without reflection is just stubbornness in a productivity costume. Basically, you weren't building momentum. You were politely jogging in place for the algorithm's amusement. Number 9. The comment section mirage. At some point, a comment appears. One comment, maybe two, and your brain lights up like it just discovered fire. Someone typed words about your video, even though you technically don't exist on screen. You read the comment 10 times, slowly, like it's a message in a bottle. Nice video. That's it. 2 words. But emotionally, it feels like a standing ovation in an empty theater. This is where the mirage forms. You start projecting personality onto strangers. You imagine who they are, why they watched, whether they'll come back. The faceless channel suddenly feels social, alive, and your brain desperately wants more of that feeling. Psychologically, this is intermittent social reward, the most powerful kind. No comments for 10 videos. Then one random human interaction drops out of the sky. Your brain links effort to hope, not results. You start checking comments more than analytics, refreshing, waiting, hoping someone notices again. But most of the time the comment section stays quiet. Not because people hate your content, but because passive consumption is the default. Viewers watch, absorb, and leave like polite raccoons. Expecting consistent feedback from them is like expecting applause from a library. Faceless automation magnifies this loneliness. You built a stage, turned on the lights, and performed, but forgot to invite the audience to speak. Basically, one comment didn't mean you made it. It meant a human briefly waved at your ghost. Number 10. The boring truth after 30 days. The results arrive. Not with fireworks. Not with a viral explosion. Just a quiet realization sitting next to your coffee, like it's been there the whole time. Faceless YouTube automation works conditionally, not magically, not passively, and definitely not the way the hype promised. You didn't unlock a money machine. You unlocked a mirror, one that reflects patience, taste adaptability, and how well you tolerate delayed gratification without losing your mind. The channels that survive aren't the most automated. They're the most intentional. Someone still has to decide what's interesting, what's human, and what doesn't feel like it was assembled by a board spreadsheet. Psychologically, this is the hardest part. There's no dramatic ending, no villain, no final boss. Just the slow understanding that boring consistency, plus small improvements, beats clever shortcuts every time. And that's deeply offensive to the part of your brain that wanted an escape hatch. Faceless automation isn't fake, but it's not freedom either. It's just another way to sit with uncertainty, dressed up as efficiency. And if you can handle that, you might actually grow something real. Basically, the experiment didn't fail. It just refused to lie to you. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.